Hey everybody, this is Jansen. How's everybody doing today? Can everybody hear me okay? So what I want to do, I know I haven't been on very much lately except for a few of the scammer calls that we do and some stuff I want to say. But this is Martin Luther King Day. And it's funny because I like to reflect back on different things we've all done in our lives. Because Martin Luther King, if you do any history on him and everything else, you learn he was a great man. Um, there's more to him than just what we talk about. There's a reason why we name streets and stuff after him. He is a legend. He was the first to go out when nobody else did. But what does it mean? Okay, because to him his main name doesn't mean anything unless we're moving forward. Like everybody else in history, it means nothing unless we're moving forward. And the man that had a dream, sits there and he doesn't talk on behalf of just one culture. He talks on behalf of all of us. And it's funny because I've got some of the greatest friends I've ever had in the world, and I've never even looked at their skin color. I never look where they're from. But I then can reflect on going into the Marine Corps because I was never taught, black and white, because I grew up in a generation to where it began to go away. We need to judge people on the character of who they are, the skill levels they have. And Martin Luther King did that because it's funny. I've gotten in trouble because I always kind of joke around with people that he was a Republican, and in today's world, people got to put politics aside for a minute and look at what the better good of people is. Okay, I have friends that come from every ethnicity, every race, every creed, every culture. And I have learned that without those friends of mine, I probably would not be here today. I would not have a beautiful little girl. I wouldn't have some of the greatest friends I have. I wouldn't have some of the buddies that I ever had in my life. And if I owe that thanks to a man that had a dream, I will give him that thanks because he spoke up when others refused. I don't look at him speaking for one color, but for everybody. I don't look at him for speaking one, sex, but every sex. I don't look at him speaking for one. No, he was speaking on behalf of all of us. To me, the dream of Martin Luther King, yes, each year can change and it's different from day to day. And it's kind of funny because we were talking with some people that some of the least racist people I know pretend they're the biggest racists. When I was in the Marine Corps, I talked to a couple of my buddies and I was like, you do know that guy, oh no, I don't mean him. And then I come home and my high school friends, and I was like, we went to high school with, oh, I don't mean him, he's my friend. I'm like, then what are you talking about? We have this idea of race in our head as a problem when actually we ourselves are the problem. And we always look at that way to vent it out. Martin Luther King, instead of being a coward and hiding behind, oh, we need, no, he got in front of everybody and he was killed for it. But I think some of the greatest leaders we ever had, the reason why they went down and the reason why they are who they are, it's not because of what color they were, what sex they were, but for the vision they had as a leader to go forward. Martin Luther King was a leader. He wasn't black or white. He was a leader. He was a leader of people. I'd say men, but I'm sure somebody's going to say, what about the women? Because I'm counting women also. And that's the reason why I believe that we have the greatest nation in the world. Not because of how great we are, but because each one of us is broken. Each one of us makes mistakes. Each one of us, man, we have sins like we wouldn't believe. But in the end, we do it together. When I was in the Marine Corps, my biggest thing is my friends didn't have an age to them. They didn't have a color to them. When I was in the Marine Corps and when I was in high school, they were just my friends. I didn't care. I grew up, in an area that, we talk it. But it's funny is because we're talking it to each other. And then you get around the stupid people. It's the same people that, they embarrass the majority. Okay? The minority is embarrassing the majority because you know what? The people I know, they will welcome you into their home no matter what your color of your skin. They only get mad if you don't show up. Now, I want you to think about this for a minute as I'm talking. I know right now a lot of people probably don't understand what I'm saying. You've got neighbors and people and friends around you growing up, right? If somebody didn't come to a party, if somebody was invited or didn't show up to church, did you really care what color they were, what religion they were? I probably shouldn't say church with that, but did you care? No. All you cared was, where they at? Are they okay? What's going on? You know, I've got nephews, and I've got people I call my nephews and nieces of all different colors. Martin Luther King had a dream. We can never let that dream die, because once you have the dream, you know, once it's out of the bag, it will spread. And my thoughts on it are this. We today actually welcome each other, and we're accepting of each other who we are. But we do not always realize we're ignoring everybody around us because we just don't want to get caught up in things. If we shake a few hands, say a few pleases and thank yous, go about our business, we're going to make a lot more friends. When I was a Blessing Youth Corps volunteer, yes, I'm going into a different story real quick. When I was a Blessing Youth Corps, I was over at the Blessing Hospital after my mom died. My family thought it'd be fun for me to get over there, have something to do in the summertime. I wasn't old enough to have a job or anything else, but I was a volunteer, and I worked quite a bit. And I kind of felt alone where I was at, because if you know anything about me, I'm very high strung, I'm very hyper, I'm very outgoing, and I've always been that way. And I met several people while at Blessing Hospital that worked there. And one lady, she was very calm, very compassionate, and she was talking to me, and she asked me to go have lunch with her. And I didn't know who she was, and I was like, okay, I'll go have lunch with you, no big deal. And almost every day I'd have lunch with her. I didn't even know that she was a friend of mine's mother. Did she have a color to her? I don't know. She was a very beautiful lady. You know, she was a great mother, great wife, you know, and I sat with her every day at lunch. And then I met some more, you know, I've always had friends of every color and ethnicity, but I remember the ones that stand out because they were never the ones that were judgmental. They're the ones that were leaders that we never talked about color. I never asked her anything like that. She was more worried to make sure her sons were doing good in high school. You know, talking about the family get-togethers. We just talk normal. And the reason why I say that, I was young, impressionable. You know, my mom just died and stuff like that. I have a great family. But the people that matter the most, they don't have colors to us. And the only reason why a lot of people were calm and compassionate like this young lady was because of Martin Luther King one day saying, I got a dream. I got a dream that one day we're all going to be equal. That day's not here yet. It's coming. When we stop judging each other by stupidities of what color we are, what religion we are, what sex we are, who we love, who we don't love, is the day that men like Martin Luther King and many, many other people, you know, they really will stand in Ephany, or no, what's the word? They will live forever. Like Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great wasn't racist either. Did you know that? He conquered other nations and let them govern themselves. He just kept moving forward. The United States is young. We are blessed to have the Martin Luther Kings of the world. He never asked for money. All he asked was for people to believe in more than themselves and to believe in the man and woman next to him, to be more than ourselves. And that's how I teach my daughter. I don't care who a person is. What I care about is the way they carry themselves, how they perform, you know, what are their actions. In every community I go to, no matter if it's got a minority or a majority, whatever, the people are good. And they don't care who you are, as long as you're good also. Nobody wants their communities to be plagued with violence. Nobody want, but they are tired of politicians. Everybody else telling them what they should and should not think. We need to get back to why Martin Luther King had a dream. That one day all men will be treated equally, including women. So tonight, take a moment to think who Martin Luther. That's the reason why we have a holiday for him. And a lot of people fought for that holiday to show people this man, great man, who had flaws, spoke louder than everybody else by his words and his actions of leading. He's my leader of the week. He is the person that we can make as a leader. Leaders do what nobody else wants to do. Leaders go where nobody else wants to go. Martin Luther King would be that leader. I'm blessed that he was and is a leader, and I'm blessed for my friends I have. But to me, my friends don't have color. Any color. They're not black, white, Mexican, Jewish, Muslim. They don't have a color. They also don't have a religion, because my friends are not going to kill me or judge me based on who I am, and I'm not going to judge them based on who they are. And that is what we must always teach our children. If somebody's doing something stupid, we need to basically tell our children that person we don't need to be around. Doesn't matter who they are. And if someone's great and they're good influence, that's who we need to get our kids around. We always need to go where we're celebrated, not tolerated. We need to go where things are taught for hard work, love, respect. Nothing in life is for free, and anybody willing to get it should also earn exactly what they deserve. And I've been blessed in a community that has little to none of that. Now, granted, there are people you'll never get rid of anything like that in this world. There's whites that hate blacks, blacks that hate whites, gays that hate straight, straight that hate gay, religions that hate each other. But down to the point of it is this. In the Marine Corps, and I'm going to end with this one, okay? There was a drill instructor. And there was, we kind of figured out if every Sunday we go to church. And so this is a story, by the way, not something that I know of that actually happened. Well, except for our drill instructor. Anyway, every day there was a guy that wanted to say, nope, I don't have religion. I don't believe in God. I don't need, God whatsoever. And the drill instructor, which you can't fool, said, okay, fine. You'll keep going to a different church every Sunday until you find one you don't like. And since there's enough religions out there, well, you're either going to graduate from boot camp or you're going to find a new religion. But until then, you are. And by the way, why on earth are you praying to God if you're atheist every time you get quarterdeck? Quarterdeck means something where we had to do physical exercise over and over again to punish our bodies. As long as you're praying to something, you're going to be going to something. I'm proud to be a Marine because we never judged each other. I'm proud to be a father teaching my daughter that it's people we need to value. So tonight with Dr. Martin Luther King, he earned his title. He earned who he was by being a leader. And there's going to be a lot of great leaders that are going to look back to him that don't even know him or weren't even born when he was around. And they are going to lead according to how he had strength to step outside the fray and say, enough's enough. We all need to do this together. God has no sex. God has no color to him. Okay? And I know a lot of people don't believe in God, but they would rather believe in dark matter. Yet dark matter has never been proven either. But they sure do believe in that before a God. And the God we worship, the God we talk to, it's all the same God. No sex, religion, creed, culture. Jesus was Jewish, But the fact is, they never said hate somebody based on religion. All they said was let the children come unto me. That was Jesus, by the way. So tonight, I pray for each and every one of you. Tonight, I am blessed to be a Marine. I'm blessed to be a father. Martin Luther King, he would have been one heck of a Marine if he was ever in the Marine Corps. You know why? Because he'd be at home. He'd be yelled at a lot, but he'd be at home, and he would be able to complete every mission he set out for. So now that I've bored everybody to death, I just want you to know Martin Luther King is a leader, not just a name you see or a holiday you get. Don't let Martin Luther King Day become the proverbial fly on the wall to where it's here, yay, holiday, I get a holiday. Why do you have this holiday is what you need to be asking yourself. We never want to repeat the past, and we always must strive to make the future better. There's not a Marine alive that I can't serve with where I don't love and respect them. I don't always have to get along with them, but I always have their back. And in the end, that's what we want. So, each and every one of you, when I tell you you matter, I mean it. When I tell you you're my friend, I mean it. When I tell you that you are important, I mean it. Because we all have to bring something to the table. We're just one cog in a giant machine. And if those cogs aren't working right, the machine doesn't work right. It's like a Marine Corps unit. We all have to work together. If somebody falls, somebody else can take the spear. If that person falls, somebody else can take the spear. We don't just retreat. We keep moving forward no matter what. Tonight, be a leader. Tonight, tell your kids you love them. Tell your kids who Dr. Martin Luther King is. Let them know that he stood for freedom at a time where people did not understand what real freedom is. Sometimes today I think that also. So that's my thoughts on Dr. Martin Luther King. Confusing, I know. But he was a great man, and each one of you are great also. Anyway, hope you all having a great day. Hope you all having a great evening, a great night. And I will get the schedule of motivational days that we have and a bunch of other stuff we got planned for 2020. But tonight I wanted you to know, to all my Marine Corps brothers and sisters and everybody else, I appreciate you. I love you. To all my military family out there, I appreciate you. I love you. To all my family and friends out there, I appreciate you and I love you. I don't care the color of your skin. I care about your character. And I'm blessed to have some of the greatest friends in the world. And I get to teach my daughter and show my daughter who these great men and women are. On that note, you all have a great night. Hoorah, Semper Fi. Brothers forever. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. I'm better for knowing you. Have a good night, everybody.